Let's kick things off with the presidential race. Yesterday, Joe Biden and Donald Trump both secured enough delegates to clinch their party's nomination, making this officially a three-man race between Trump, Biden, and natural causes. Although there is another candidate in the race who can play a big role, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's polling as high as 22% so far, which means he could lose this election more successfully than any third-party candidate in years. And soon we'll find out who he'll choose to lose alongside him.
Robert Kennedy Jr. says he has chosen his running mate and will announce his VP pick in the next 2 weeks. The independent presidential candidate says his short list includes New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers, who came under scrutiny during the pandemic for misleading the public about his vaccination status.
That's right. Aaron Rodgers could be RFK Jr.'s running mate. This would be the greatest president and vice president pairing of all time, is what I'm assuming the measles virus is saying. A football player in the White House feels like progress, though. We don't need any more aging old men with brain problems. We need a strong young man with brain problems. I just don't know if Aaron Rodgers is qualified to be next in line for the presidency, but I guess we don't have to worry about that. When has a Kennedy ever died unexpectedly?
Don't forget, Aaron Rodgers is supposed to be the starting quarterback for the Jets next season. So the question is, what's he going to do if the Jets make it to the Super Bowl? I almost held it together. Almost. Meanwhile, RFK isn't the only candidate closing in on a running mate. Donald Trump has also been looking at potential vice presidents. He's focus grouping their appeal, feeling them out on policy, seeing how soft their lips feel on his ass. And this week, one of Trump's leading contenders made a strong, if somewhat unusual, bid for the spotlight.
South Dakota Governor Kristy Noem is making waves after releasing a video on social media promoting a cosmetic dentist in a different state, Texas.
The team here was remarkable and finally gave me a smile that I can be proud of and confident in. I can be confident when I smile at people and know that they can actually appreciate and see the kindness in my face and the love that I have for them. My husband and I flew down to Houston, got here at 2 o'clock in the morning and did an appointment. That very next week, I'll be eternally grateful. It has been a gift to be here at Smile, Texas.
What is going on here? Why is the sitting governor doing an ad for veneers and for a dentist in another state? Isn't that insulting to South Dakota? I flew to Texas at 2 in the morning because these hillbilly dipshits in my state are that bad. Next week, I'm going to Florida for a haircut. This is just so cringy. Why is she shilling for Smile, Texas, when she should be shilling for Westside Dental Spa, who do great work? Use code DESI to get me 25% off my next cleaning. That being said, I am impressed. This might be the first time a woman has had to fly into Texas to see a doctor.
I do appreciate a politician being so transparent with the fact that they're bought. You know, they should do this all the time. My fellow Americans, the state of our union is easy, breezy, beautiful. Cover girl. Let's move on to the big news of the day. If you're like many Americans, you're on TikTok. In fact, you're probably on it right now while this show plays in the background. Hey, I'm on TV over here. Pay attention. Unless you're watching me on TikTok, in which case, nice, thank you. Anyway, TikTok is huge, but if Congress has its way, that's about to change.
We begin this hour with breaking news up on Capitol Hill. Just minutes ago, House lawmakers passed a bill that could lead to a ban of the very popular social media platform TikTok here in the United States. And the measure would give the company less than 6 months to sell to a non-Chinese owner. If that doesn't happen, TikTok could be shut down here in the United States.
Lawmakers from both parties warning that China could manipulate the algorithm to spread its own propaganda, or data like your browser history and location could be shared with the Chinese government.
This is not an attempt to ban TikTok. It's an attempt to make TikTok better. Tic-tac-toe. A winner. A winner.
That's right. That's right. Congress might be banning TikTok or banning tic-tac-toe. I'm not sure Nancy Pelosi knows. Also, tic-tac-toe winner? Tic-tac-toe is always a tie. Unless you're playing with your 3-year-old, then I'm winning 3 out of 5 times. But yes, obviously there's a problem with a Chinese app spying on Americans and feeding us propaganda. You want American apps doing that. But is this app really a Chinese propaganda tool? The most viral TikTok right now is just this, chocolate strawberries. That has more than 710 million views. And there's nothing political about it. I mean, yes, it does make you want to invade Taiwan a little, but aside from that, it's harmless.
What's interesting here is how unpredictable the breakdown of the vote was. Marjorie Taylor Greene and AOC voted together against the bill. Nancy Pelosi and Lauren Boebert voted for it. Both nightmare blunt rotations, by the way. Meanwhile, Biden says he'd sign the bill, and Trump has come out against it. The only thing you can really count on is that young people hate it, and TikTok is doing everything it can to mobilize them.
The company has launched an all-out lobbying effort both on the app and here on Capitol Hill.
If you are on TikTok, there's a good chance you've gotten an alert to say, call your member of Congress. Phones are ringing off the hook in many offices here in Washington.
We had little children calling into our office and others basically saying questions like, what is Congress? What is a congressman? Can I have my TikTok back?
That's how you know this issue is important. It forced Gen Z to make their very first phone call. And you know congressmen must have been pissed at teenagers blowing up their phones all day. I mean, well, Matt Gaetz didn't mind, but... The rest of them were pissed.
Look, I have to say, as an American, it's great that these kids are getting involved in the civic process. You're never too young to start getting ignored by your congressperson. For more on the TikTok ban, we go live to Washington, D.C. with Ronny Chieng. Ronny, what's the feeling up on Capitol Hill?
I'll tell you what the feeling should be. America should be feeling humiliated right now. China made an app so popular that the government has to ban it. That means communist China beat free market America at capitalism, all right? That's like your whole thing, America, and you lost. This is as bad as that time that Asian dude won the hot dog eating contest 6 times in a row. China beat us so bad at mindless entertainment, we need the government to save us. Oh no, TikTok's too popular. Now we're addicted to our phones that are also made in China.
Ronny, hold on a minute. What choice do our leaders have here? China's using TikTok to influence people.
Oh, trust me, I know. Before I used TikTok, I was a white guy in Iowa named Mike Sullivan, okay? Look at me now.
Wait, is that true?
Is that true?
No, you idiots. That's just how susceptible we all are to misinformation. And it doesn't matter what app you use, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if the next election is swung by Uber Eats. Like, here's your spaghetti, vote for Donald Trump. Okay, I will. Whatever you say, Mr. Spaghetti.
Hey, Ronny, you're not being fair. Americans aren't gullible. It's that TikTok is an incredibly powerful tool for spreading misinformation.
Yeah, because the misinformation is entertaining. Facebook has just as much misinformation, but it's boring as shit. How am I supposed to get behind conspiracies that come from your great aunt who can't even pop and lock? Misinformation, TikTok misinformation is exciting. Cool dances, cute baby animals, Tiananmen Square didn't happen. We're all having fun.
So what, America's supposed to just roll over and let TikTok do whatever it wants?
Yes. Or America can innovate itself out of this problem. Just make a better app to package American misinformation worldwide. Because American misinformation is the best in the world, okay? We got people to storm the Capitol dressed as a buffalo. Yo, Gwyneth Paltrow told me to put an egg in my vagina. American misinformation is straight up turning people into omelets. That's how powerful it is. And you know what? We can win this war of misinformation, America, or my name isn't Mike Sullivan.